Hello, my name is William Dom, and today I'm going to be presenting the RJ45 crimper. What we use this tool for is to terminate a Category 5 cable. That way it can be used for hooking up your computer to a router or a computer to another computer. So, on the tool itself, there are several functions built in. Here, we can insert the cable to cut it cleanly. This section here scores the cable, allowing you to remove the outer jacket and free the wires inside the cable. And this section here, you insert the RJ45 fitting once it's on the cable to crimp down and secure it to the cable. So to do this today, we're going to need a couple tools. Just one, actually. We're going to need that crimper tool, one RJ45 fitting, and one Cat5 network cable. We're going to start by cleanly cutting the end of the cable. If it's jagged, if it's still has a fitting on it, you're going to have to remove it. So by doing that, you insert the cable into this cutting section here and crimp. The excess should fall away, leaving you with a really clean cut. Next, we're going to use this section here and score the outer jacket. We open the crimper back up, insert the cable, exposing about 1.5 inches. Next, we're going to take with one hand the cable and the other hand the crimper, crimp down all the way, and then do a twisting motion back and forth until the cable in my right hand spins freely and the cable on the left no longer spins. Then we're going to slowly separate them out, exposing the inner cables here and freeing the jacket from the network cable itself. We just toss that to the side, and now we can set down the RJ45 crimper. Now what we're going to do is we're going to separate out the wires. There's 4 pairs in here. We're going to separate them out from one another and then separate themselves even further into individual wires. By the end, you should have 8 separate wires that are all free from each other and not twisted around one another. What we're going to do, working from right to left, or from your perspective, right to left, left to right, we're going to take the cables and kind of straighten them out, untwist them a little bit, and then lay them down in a specific order. We're going to go brown, brown white, green, blue white, blue, green white, orange, and orange white. If you find that things don't line up quite nicely, you can separate them out further. And to make things easier, we're going to hold the cable with our thumb and forefinger and use our thumb and forefinger with the other hand to pinch the cable and straighten out the wires as we go. Once the cables are nice and straight and aligned in the correct order, we're going to pick up and use the RJ45 crimper. We're going to insert the loose cables into the yellow section again, and we're going to give them a clean cut. No excess cables, no frays. And then we're going to use our RJ45 fitting and put it onto the cable. Rather hard to see, but what you're going to do is you're going to line up the wires with the little channel guides on the inside of the fitting. So here I have it inserted, not all the way yet. We're going to push the Cat5 all the way into the fitting until it cannot go any further. We're going to have some extra wire on the outside, but the jacket of the Cat5 should be all the way on the inside of the fitting. Next, with our RJ45 crimper, we're going to insert the cable end into the RJ45 crimp tool. If it doesn't go the first time, like it did for me, push in the cable into the fitting and make sure that your wires are straight. Going to reinsert, and now we should see all 8 wires on the other side of this cable crimper. Then we are going to crimp the cable until it cannot crimp anymore, and then we're going to release and remove the end. Now we should have a crimped cable with a couple extra pieces that we can just pull off. And now we have a perfectly terminated Cat5 cable ready to be put into a router or a computer.